collector's magazine for the holidays. The USFL, the Rebel League that the NFL didn't respect but feared. This must-have features interviews with players and coaches like Bobby Hebert, Marv Levy, and much more. Hundreds of photos will take you back to the 80s when Donald Trump was just an emerging name in pop culture. Hall of Famers like Steve Young, Reggie White, and Jim Kelly all got their start in the USFL. Order your Silver Anniversary magazine at usflonline.com.
And we are back on air. It is 2:14,
And
right
she has
on
her
the
coffee.
nose. And I have my coffee, so my headache is a little less because if you don't know me, I have a
little less.
horrible caffeine addiction.
She does.
So with that being said, I think I need one of you guys to hum away as I go and get the lovely news bed that Demir just loves so much.
That sounds like a piercing low voice of humming.
Keep a humming.
Yo, so go into the whole.
Oh, while you do that, let me just mention this. So I wanted to bring up this food item.
It looks actually pretty beautiful.
It's called the Double Donut Burger.
You know what? Let's talk about this burger for a minute. Let's talk about this burger
Can we just pause for a
minute.
second?
Go ahead, Jay.
I'm gonna be a really big fatty, and I'm gonna say I would eat this. It looks beautiful.
You know what, Jay? Describe the burger for us,
Okay.
please.
So,
please.
It's 2 glazed donuts as buns. You have 2 patties. I don't know which type of cheese, probably Swiss cheese, and bacon. And it just adds barbecue sauce. There's the barbecue sauce right there.
Disgusting thing ever. Are you crazy?
I feel like
yeah, they need to take away the barbecue sauce.
I feel like they put
the donut.
the barbecue sauce is kind of what kills
what
it.
It looks like right now, it looks like they put it together and they just deep fried the burger itself. That's what it looks like.
It definitely did.
But it's called the Hungry Horse. It's called Hungry. It's a pub in the UK called the Hungry Horse. Everything they have is disgustingly
Disgustingly?
good.
Disgustingly good.
Wait, how many patties is it?
It's 2 patties.
That's no.
No. But you haven't heard the worst part.
And it's a huge burger. I paused because I wanted to curse and I can't because it's not even that big.
But it's not even like half a donut. Like
it's a full-blown Krispy Kreme donut.
But on each end.
Is Krispy Kreme still around, or is that?
No, but that's the glazed donut. This is just.
It's like 1 glazed donut for the top bun and 1 glazed donut for the bottom. But imagine they cut it in half and like have it as a bun. It's literally
gross.
2 donuts.
That's gross.
Yeah, but it's
gross.
literally 2 donuts.
Gross.
But
it looks beautiful.
So a woman's calorie intake is 2,000. A guy's 3,000 average.
You said a woman. Mine is like 2,400.
No, I mean average.
It's
average.
Average is like.
But this burger alone is literally like 4 points shy from 2,000 calories.
Okay, so you know what? At least it's not a pound, because for those of you who don't know, a pound is 3,500 calories. So it's this close to being a full pound.
Yes,
of food.
It's
under
under 2,000 calories.
That is not okay.
And it's like empty calories. So
this
it's
is first
really
world
bad.
problems.
It's not really empty,
dude. It's
I
donuts
know,
and a deep fried burger.
I'm messing with you. Me and Justin.
Gross. That's worse than that black burger, which looks disgusting.
Honestly, I would not eat the black burger. I would eat this.
I know you would. I see it. The both of you. You're just like, wow, that looks great.
What's the black burger?
It's in Japan.
It's in Japan.
It's of Japan. It's Burger King. Their buns are black. The cheese is black. The ketchup is black, and the burger everything is fine.
Why is it?
No. Everything else is normal, but the cheese, the bun, and the ketchup.
What is it, like white? Or is it
black?
Everything is black, but the burger and the
burger.
lettuce and the tomatoes.
That's not. No, you know what?
I would not eat that.
Disgusting.
That sounds like complete.
Do you
it
know
looks
how
like it looks like permanent marker, like just doused in.
Talking about glazed donuts. How about that Kim Kardashian photo? I just have to say that before we get to real news for a minute.
It did indeed break the internet.
Did it? No, it actually did not. The whole thing that went on with the comet, the European.
That's what.
Oh my God! The European probe.
Yes.
Philae.
That, I actually like that more.
Right.
I like that news.
Philae. That actually broke the internet compared to her glazed buns. But can we just discuss the fact that this woman, beautiful woman, you know what?
There's a European probe.
Hey.
Where did that go?
Yeah.
Oh, so see, look, you're already distracted. Want to know why? Because that was more important than Kim Kardashian's Krispy Kremes.
I'm 100%
honestly,
but I like Kim Kardashian more than this probe.
I really don't.
Well, I just want to see, because this is being recorded live for Ustream. I just want the boys to show me their reaction when they saw the photo. All right, Jay, go first.
My facial reaction?
I expect Justin's to be very overdramatic. Jay,
I don't remember my facial reaction. I was like, what? Like her first photo.
Oh, his face was not like amused. His face was more like disgusting.
Her first. She's an attractive person, but her first photo, I was just like, well, when we were before we got on the show, when we were like the show.
My jaw dropped. I'm not gonna lie.
Mine was like, am I allowed to say that on the air?
Just say dang.
Hot dang it!
Hot dang it! Dang flabbit!
Oh my god!
Hot dog!
No, but
then I saw the front. Drop my coffee.
No, when I saw the front,
oh my goodness.
my jaw dropped. But it was like, really? You're gonna throw
your
this?
Your jaw didn't drop for the first half.
The first half, because we've seen it already.
No, not that. Not
well, not like
not glazed. Exactly, not glazed.
But the thing is, I think it was
not like the donut burger.
Ever since the iCloud thing, she's probably like, why not? Because it's already out there.
Well, I mean, since the sex tape thing, I'm pretty sure she's like, why not?
Since she became famous.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't really care too much about it because before the show before us, they were talking about it, and they're like, "Oh, she's a professional." I was like, "No, she does nothing." Like me and Spring just
she's
whispered.
A professional celebrity.
She's a.
That's exactly what
that's
she is.
it is.
She
that's
is, and
the word.
It honestly has become a job now.
Yeah,
that's the word.
An actual like.
She's not professional at anything, but she's a professional celebrity.
All three of them.
Now, what is Paper Magazine? Has anyone even heard of this magazine prior to this?
No. It's a New York-based.
And I like how happy she looks. Like she's very happy. Like, and they said I don't have talent when I'm balancing a champagne glass on my behind.
I thought that was awesome.
It is awesome.
Have you ever read Tina Fey's Bossy Pants, which is one
I didn't get to, but I will. I'm happy that you're talking about it.
I love Tina Fey. You both know this, but I remember reading this, and then when it came up, she talks about how J-Lo brought in, was it J-Lo and someone else?
J-Lo, Iggy, Beyonce.
Well, she doesn't know in her book because Iggy wasn't famous. Yes, she wasn't, famous. Anyway, it was J-Lo and Beyonce. They're talking about how they diversify women. She's like, haha, not. That just makes it harder for women to like look like them and whatever. But the last line she writes. The last paragraph she writes, the person closest to actually achieving this look is Kim Kardashian, who, as we know, was made by Russian scientists to sabotage our athletes.
Wow.
Everyone else is struggling.
Wow.
Literally the plot for like Rocky 4.
Yes, exactly. That's when I read that line when I first read the book, I was dying. But then she already said this before this happened. She's like, she called it. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Kim K is literally gorgeous. Do you guys remember when she lost her butt? When she like went on that health kick and like lost weight and like she did the sketch.
You mean that it became a normal size?
Yeah. Yeah, and she like did
Honestly,
the Skechers commercial.
Remember.
It was like, you remember she had like her own Skechers line or whatever, and she did the commercial. It was like a big deal. And like everyone was so upset. I remember that. Everyone was so upset that she lost her butt.
Honestly, I did not care too
Jay
much.
Is not
my jaw dropped at the second half because it was like, whoa, did she just really do this? And then who was this other person?
Is anyone here surprised? Because I'm not surprised that she showed the front. I'm not.
No, I'm not either.
It's like,
well, no, she just showed her chest.
It was like, you can only get a glimpse of her actual female body part.
Yeah, but like, it's like, what was it? Damn,
it wasn't anything crazy. Like, it was cool. I mean, we've seen it before.
Yeah, we've seen it before. But I was surprised that she willingly like.
I was way more dumbfounded and happy-fied.
Happy-fied. That's a new word. That goes in the.
That's going in the Usual Suspects dictionary.
I was way more happy-fied at the glazed photo. That was. I saw.
I like all the pictures coming out of it, like all the memes that.
Did you see the Homer Simpson one?
Oh yeah,
they took out Homer Simpson's mouth and put her butt sideways,
so it looks like Homer Simpson.
Exactly his mouth.
Like, and you know what's funny? It's glazed.
It's glazed. Yeah,
I have to see this. That is hilarious. All right, so you know what? Enough about Kim Kardashian because I really do want to get to your
probe.
Nerd alert. Okay, so we're gonna do this really quick. We're gonna talk about the probe. When I talk about the probe, you put in your input. Deal?
Your infoot.
WICR presents This Moment in History.
Why? This Demergis, I'm going to kill you for the way you put your liner.
This moment in history.
Are we live right now?
We're still live.
Oh, wait. Why'd everything stop? What's going on?
Super live.
I don't know why everything stopped. Oh, because I stopped.
WICR presents This Moment in History.
Why? You know what? We're going to have to do this without a song. Want to know why? Because Demergis really did not.
You want to beatbox?
I got you.
Here, you know what? Our new song for the day. Actually, no, let me see.
Dropping those flex bombs. Hey, bye.
What is this? Demergis!
What are you trying to do right now?
You know what? We're going to go with it.
Just go with it. Go with it.
I don't understand. Are we ready?
Roll to it now.
UK to stop ISIS fighters might coming home under new powers outlined by British Prime Minister David Cameron. British jihadists that have traveled abroad to fight will not be allowed to return unless they agree to strict controls. Officials will also have the ability to stop potential jihadists from leaving the UK. Cameron announced the new rules while in Australia for the G20 summit. Proposed new powers are part of a counterterrorism bill that the leaders hope will become law by end of January.
Good stuff.
This sounds like a great true or false story, but I didn't have any fake stories today. Okay, so the next story is vampire trucker has more victims. This is true. Utah trucker with a vampire obsession allegedly had 4 more victims in addition to the 2 women he is accused of keeping as sex slaves. Timothy Vafadis, I completely butchered his name, but that's okay because he's not a good person, is accused of kidnapping 6 women over the past 20 years and forcing them to be his sex slaves in a semi-trailer as he drove across the country. Jeez. According to prosecutors, this man, which I cannot pronounce his last name, forced the women to change their looks, requiring them to grind their teeth down to like vampire-like teeth because of his obsession. Some of these women were teenage girls. He met most of his victims online, but one was met at a hospice, which is kind of creepy, and then the other one was met at a retail store. He pled not guilty, which is not a surprise because anybody with a fetish like this is not going to think anything's wrong with it. After that, fun news, 4 in 10 U.S. marriages are remarriages. Marriage rates in the U.S. have been on the decline, but over the last decade, remarriages have been on the rise. Nearly 40% of new marriages involve at least one person who had been married before, and 2 out of 10 are married people who both already married, so they're renewing their vows. Data from the new...
Or just getting back together after divorce.
Too. Data from the Pew Research Center claims that nearly 42 million adults in the U.S. have been married once before. There's also a significant gender gap. 65% of men want to remarry, while 43% of women say they would. So I kind of find that interesting that men would remarry over women.
Us, man.
After that, the UVA kidnapping suspect pleads not guilty. Jesse Matthew, the man accused of abducting University of Virginia student this year, pled not guilty on Friday to 3 charges from a 2005 sexual assault and attempted murder. The crimes are unrelated to the kidnapping. He allegedly grabbed a 26-year-old woman in Fairfax, Virginia, dragged her into a wooded area, sexually assaulted her, and only left her when a passerby startled him. Isn't that nice? Oh my god, those people scared me standing right there.
We got a tour group?
Next, climate change to cause more lightning. Science published a new study that due to global warming, lightning strikes will increase in the U.S. by 50% by the end of this century. For every degree Celsius the Earth warms, lightning will increase by 12%. The main concern with this is the increase in wildfires. For instance, the ones in Northern California, which in August alone started 34 wildfires, which is a lot. On average, there are about 25 million lightning strikes a year, so imagine the increase in that after the Celsius stuff goes up. I actually don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit, so I'm a little upset. After that, Kenya issues genital mutilation warning.
What?
Yeah. Female genital mutilation in Kenya hits a high during December holidays. As a result, school children in the country begin their holiday season. The country's Office of Public Prosecution will prosecute those who carry out the procedure. The punishment is a minimum of 3 years and life imprisonment if the procedure results in death.
Jeez.
It's just some world news. Next, European probe filet begins to drill. That's what I was saying. Filet mignon. Begins to drill as the drill runs out of battery. Out of battery life. It has begun to drill into the comet to collect scientific data. It is now resting in a crater after bouncing for 2 hours after its initial successful landing. Unfortunately, it is running out of battery life, but the probe has managed to start collecting samples. The connection has been lost and the data has not been received. Scientists believe the material in the comet could contain information about how our solar system was formed. Pretty cool, kind of scary. I wrote that. I don't know why I wrote that, but pretty cool, pretty scary, because that creeps me out. Just the whole idea of the solar system, Big Bang Theory, is just crazy.
It'd be really crazy.
Did you not see Family Guy? What if we like? You know how God created it?
We're gonna skip that right now. Jay, did you have anything to add to the probe?
Yeah, what was it? We found out about the probe earlier this week, and I feel like people should be more excited about.
I'm so behind because I didn't even know this thing was a thing.
Okay.
This thing was a thing.
And that's why we're here to give you.
It's very fascinating because, like, I remember I was talking about it, and like I think I was looking online, and people were just like, "We landed on the moon," but I'm like, it's a freaking comet. It's moving 40,000 miles per hour, and we landed on it.
The Flash runs faster.
All right.
What?
The Flash.
We're gonna talk about this during break, though. So, Indian drug makers are arrested for the death on the suspicion. Oh, I thought you.
No, I was just saying it's fascinating. And it took 9 hours to land.
I know. I thought you had more information. I'm trying to get to your nerd alert.
Oh, go.
No. I was thrown off by the Indian drug makers.
This is actually a big thing for me because I was looking up on it on Wednesday. Indian drug makers are arrested for the death of the suspicion of evidence tying the deaths of 14 women who underwent sterilizations in India. Jeez. Ramesh Mahawar, which I'm pretty sure I butchered his name
that was once again. Good, though.
The director of Mahawar Pharma, which is the actual word. It's not pharmacy, it's pharma. And his son have been arrested since Thursday. More women have come forward claiming sickness after using the same antibiotics as used in the village where women died from the procedure. So right now in India, they're going through all these sterilizations and whatnot because they suffer from overpopulation. So usually to sterilize women, it helps overpopulation, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they're stopping this, and then the problem is that they're not doing the procedures correctly over there. So on average, to do this procedure the right way, you have to do 30 procedures per day to do it correctly, make sure that they're healed properly, make sure they have the right medicine. But these professionals in India, you're distracting me. These professionals in India are going through 80 a day. So chances are the tools they're using aren't being properly cleaned, and they're also not being healed the way they're supposed to. So any antibiotics, any medicines that they're using isn't the right amount for these women. So then it's resulting in a lot of deaths. And so far, I think I can't remember the number, but it's definitely over 100 that they've done so far if they're going through 80 a day.
Wow.
80 a day. Like, that's ridiculous. And it's not an easy procedure to sterilize a woman. Like, that's pretty complicated.
I feel like it should take a while.
Exactly. So I think this is a problem going on in India that should be addressed, and I'm really happy it's on the Daily Beast, like, showing, like, it's on the daily cheat sheets. That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Lastly, soldiers. This is going to be a fun one. Soldiers are on the hunt for the Parisian tiger. French authorities announced Friday that they do not know what type of large feline it is, but they do assume that this cat is believed to weigh 100 pounds. There is a Parisian cat on the loose.
On the loose.
Like
it's gonna murder everyone.
It's a tiger. And the first time they saw it,
a tiger. I thought
it was spotted. Cat. They're saying it's a cat, but a feline. They don't know what kind of cat it is. It's 100-pound cat. What kind of cat do you think it is? It's not a house cat.
It's not.
It can't be a tiger because tigers are way bigger than that.
They don't think it's a tiger, but they think it's a different type of cat. They say it weighs more than 100 pounds, so they're not even exactly sure. And then they were denying that there's even a tiger on the loose in general when someone spotted it near the Disneyland Paris.
Oh, wow.
It says Friday.
Mickey
so right
Mouse
now,
real tiger.
Mickey Mouse
they have no
away.
idea where this cat came from, which we're just going to call it a feline for right now. They have no idea where it came from, but they're armed with tranquilizers. They have tranquilizer guns to take this cat down, and they're armed on the ready. No, in Paris. So can you imagine in Disney? Oh, you want that to happen?
Yeah, I want like snipers at the ready at Disney with train darts.
You need to keep Mickey Mouse safe.
All right, so
and Minnie Mouse.
That was your news from the day, provided for you from the Daily Beast, one of my favorite news sources recently, besides Time, because Time decided to wonk out their website, and I can't exactly read it. And talking about Time, we're going to come back and speak about the words that they think should be banned, including the word feminist, which I don't understand why, because I think I'm sort of a feminist, which we're going to find out after I take a feminist quiz.
WICR presents This Moment in History.
Today I say, as long as this gate is